Welcome back, everybody. The Grand Tactician, the Civil War. I'm Grumpy Grandpa Gaming, and this is episode 45 of our Confederate Spring of '62 campaign in version 1.11 using the A.O.M Mod. And yes, I am back from vacation, so hopefully this episode sounds better acoustically as I am not in a hotel this time. But been a busy 2 weeks for me, so I'll do a quick recap of what everything that I did. I put almost exactly 3,000 miles onto my truck over the course of 2 weeks with all the driving around I've done. Let's see here. In just 2 days, Friday and Saturday, I visited Abraham Lincoln's birthplace, Battle of Perryville, Fort Donelson, Parker's Crossroads, and Shiloh battlefields. And from there, I went and spent a week over in Nashville. And at the end of it, I put a reunion with a bunch of guys. I had a lot of fun, did way too much drinking, but that's how those things always end up going. And from there, from Monday through yesterday, I hit up the Battle of Franklin battlefield site, which is quite nice. I covered the other places in my last video, but Battle of Franklin, not much is preserved, but what is preserved is the epicenter of the fighting. And it's a nice little spot to visit if you're there and you get the chance to. From there, I actually went down to Stones River. And then from Stones River, I went down to Chattanooga and I visited Lookout Mountain, Chattanooga Battlefield, Missionary Ridge. Basically like the Chickamauga, Chattanooga sites all in a 2-day period because there was just a lot to see and do there. I did not make it back to Shiloh. I am sorry to say. I decided to not cut back so far west, so that it will be another trip where I do Shiloh, Vicksburg, and I'll do the Mississippi River campaign on a whole separate trip. From there, I also visited the Dead Angle, just off of outside of Atlanta. From there, I was going to go to see the new, because I haven't seen the Cyclorama in Atlanta since I'm a little kid, and I know it's in the new building now. I did want to see it, but there was so much traffic heading into Atlanta from the Dead Angle that was going to take me 2 hours to get into Atlanta. So I opted to avoid Atlanta altogether, and I went straight down to Columbus, Georgia, where I hit up to the Infantry the National Infantry Museum, which was a very nice spot to visit if you ever get the chance. It's just outside the base gates of what was Fort Benning, is now renamed Fort Moore after General Hal Moore. I'm still upset they renamed the base, but they couldn't. Hal Moore was a good choice. I'll say that. It was a good choice to rename the base after. From there, went down to Andersonville. Spent quite a few hours there. I was actually, it's very bucolic these days, very beautiful looking, but having read the accounts and look at the maps, now actually seeing the terrain, that damn stream that was killing everybody, it brought a whole new light on that subject for me. I think I might go down there and do a project on that on its own. Now, while I was there, I also visited the National Prisoner of War Museum, which is at Andersonville Prison. And then from there, I shot all the way across the state to Savannah to visit Fort Pulaski and spend the night in Savannah, which is never a good idea if you don't mind getting too trashed. And then from there, I ran out to the Outer Banks to go visit Fort Raleigh and the Wright Brothers National Monument over there at Kitty Hawk, which is they're one island separated. So really not much to see. Kind of was a little more of a distraction. I skipped over some sites that I did want to visit in order to get there before they closed, and I kind of wish I'd gone and done the other sites first before going there. But it is what it is. I had a nice little drive back up into New York from there. So all around, the entire 2 weeks was almost exactly 3,000 miles of driving. So pretty busy for me. A lot of miles covered, a lot of hours behind the wheel. All right, moving on from there. last episode, we saw a couple of fights. We had the Battle of C&O Canal, which I did take off screen with Jackson's Army of the Valley District, which is more of a cavalry skirmish than anything else. Wasn't anything too big. Our big problem was up here in New England. So the Department of New England chased away 1st Corps Army to the north from their siege of Fort McClary here. And thankfully 2nd Corps was in position as their corps was chasing to intercept. And we had just good enough morale to win this fight. Though we did lose one officer killed in action. And that was... Oh, come on. Colonel Johnson Haygood, though he wasn't in command of a named brigade, so he has been replaced. And also, we do have Forest Raid that is continuing on right now. Let's see if we can find him real fast. There we go. So we are trundling along with this raid. We are now, where is this? We're in Des Moines. So the next stop is going to be Dubuque. I think I just mispronounced that again. But hopefully we can grab some provisions and forage while we are over there. All this raiding, I should be getting some provisions and forage at least. It doesn't look like I am. And we do have the 1st Corps of the Army of the Border, which is on again, off again nemesis of Forest Corps in pursuit. See how far they chase us. And down here, we're finally consolidating the Army to Transmiss. My bad. The Army to Mississippi, Army Transmiss is still over here. So once everybody's fully back up into the green, I'm going to start pushing them back again into the Army to West and the other corps that are over here. There's several armies all stacked up here. So when they were all across this river, they had 80,000+ men. Now 3 of these corps are left behind, so they're not going to have that many men in the next combat, so we should be able to easily handle those numbers. And so far, over here in Virginia, we did lose the siege of Fort Whipple. Don't know how. I mean, we had more troops in the area than the Federals did, but we still lost it. But we did gain Fort Washington, which was an accident. So I've ordered Longstreet's left wing back into... oh, my bad, center wing back over to regain Fort Whipple. And hopefully we can continue tying up all these corps that are in this area here. That was my main reason for having Jackson up in Maryland and his forces all over the place, was just to keep those forces tied up. Oh, look who came back. 1st Corps, the 46th Army, is now back outside Fortress Monroe. So, all right. Yep, Magruder, time to head back to your stomping grounds and remove this force. And on top of that, we're still slowly working our way through the federal forces that are here along our coastline with the 1st Fleet. We have ammunition and fuel again, so time to put you guys on a raid. Hopefully we can take some of these forces out over here. I think that covers everything for right now. So I'm going to continue trying to get the main offensive back on the road. But I think probably going to hang fire for a little bit because everybody's morale. So I'll be back. Alrighty, we have picked ourselves up a naval engagement here. Nothing too big though. Looks like we caught out a couple of 4th rates, a steam tender, and a couple of 3rd rates, and a gunboat. Nothing that we can't easily deal with. We need to get their bigger ships in contact, but I think we've damaged most of the ones in this fleet. Alright, there goes the Dawn. Disable the Hyacinth. Hyacinth. 3 withdrawings, just a Cayuga left. Yep, that's it. Looks like she got away too. Let's take you off raid. And get you back in port. And we got 2 ships captured. Yugi's at destination. That's because he was still retreating. Okay. And left wing is preparing for siege. Okay, so, yeah, well, I was moving Center Corps back towards Alexandria to take down Fort Whipple. They didn't cross at the river because they were coming up in the Washington to cross, and they started besieging Fort Stanton, so I moved the left wing over to re-siege Fort Whipple. Let's come back down to our fleet and see what we got here. I know it's nothing that great is what we captured. Yeah, ship's tender. And a 4-3. We don't really need either one of those. We need their bigger ships to add to the Lincoln's Gift Squadron. I might have enough ships soon to start a second one. We'll see. Alright, should be everything for right now, so I'll be back. Alright, it's now July 19th, and we have ourselves another naval engagement. And we caught some of their bigger ships this time, and an ironclad. Maybe we knock that out and capture it. That'd be a good grab for us. It's an ironclad gunboat. I doubt we'll grab it, though. We're getting the USS Relief, which is only a bark, would still be a good grab to add to my fleets. I'm really not interested in the steam sloops. For these last few engagements, my ships don't seem to be getting into ramming range, and I have the torpedoes for them, and that gives them better abilities at ramming. Oh, there we go. Are they ramming, or were rammed? Yeah, Cayuga's disabled, and it's just a gunboat, though. The Rogers, that's a sloop. Oh, that's a schooner. That's even smaller. So far, if we win this engagement, we'll get 2 of them. Looks like the Relief is withdrawing. It's now out of range. We've disabled the Crusader, which is a 4-3, which we really didn't need. Santiago de Cuba, which is a second-rate steamer. That's not a bad grab. Could be better, but not bad. I think this engagement's over. Yes, it is. So the 2 ships I really wanted got away. Oh well. We did capture 4 ships. Let's take you off of raiding. Put you back into port to recover. It's going to take a while to get rid of these 2 fleets here. But we keep engaging the 2nd South Atlantic Blockade Squadron. Yeah, 15 ships with 9 disabled, so we're slowly working it down. I'm actually kind of surprised it's hanging in the area. Let's see where's the right wing. Okay, just outside of engagement range of this army, though they're building a supply depot, so I don't know if they're going to hang around and fight. I'll see once those orders get there. And I took Forrest off of raiding for a little bit so that he could recover some provisions, I hope. Where are you? And the Army of Borders. Quickly behind him. Hopefully, yeah, finish flipping the city, get your food up. I think we may end up with a fight over here until I get his provisions back up. Though their provisions look low too, because I was raiding through here. There really shouldn't be much in the way of food for him to accommodate his forces with. Not going to hold you here while I get these movements underway. I will be back. Alright, July 21st, and we have gotten to engagement range of the 1st Corps of the 46th Army. The 46th Army command staff is here, but he keeps I guess the command staff morale is low because he keeps retreating out into the water, so he's not going to be inside this fight. So the First Corps is under command of James Totten. They're bringing 22,639 infantry, 7,000 cavalry, and 70 guns to my 19,795 infantry, 1,914 cavalry, and 90 guns. So obviously we are taking this fight as I want him away and off the peninsula. So I'll see you all on the other side of the load screen. Welcome to the Battle of Hampton. We are on the Williamsburg map and we are attacking. Our morale is basically even on for this fight. We're at 37.5 to their 38.3. Our morale should be higher as we are on our home territory, so I don't understand what's going on there, but it is what it is. So they are defending the halfway house along the Yorktown Road. So I'm envisioning approaching down the Hampton Road and attacking up in this direction, because I have a feeling the AI might be defending over here by Pricewell's Mill, Purcell's, what is that? Burwell's Mill. From back here, writing looks a little messed up. So as my initial plan for right now is bring it right down the Hampton Road and attack up in this direction. It's a little rough on the terrain, but it's wavy hills, really not conducive for a good assault. Though it knocks out my artillery advantage and their artillery advantages. I actually do have quite a few guns in this force. So there's no really good way to bring them to bear on this terrain. So we'll try and use that to our advantage. So I'm getting my troops set up, get them on the move, and I will be back once I have contact with the Federals. Alright, it's 12:07 of day one. We have the Federal defense positions marked out over here. And fairly good defensive position if they weren't fighting me. So now we know where they are. I mean, I'm not assaulting these entrenchments head on. So I have Alcorn's cavalry here already keeping side of them. I have McLaw's division moving up behind them along with the artillery division to lock down these forces here and demonstrate in their front. And I have Toombs and Whiting's divisions coming down this way, hopefully remain unspotted by it. I'm very doubtful of that, and move them on to the objective point from their rear and force them to come out and attack me. That's my hope. I don't want to have to dig them out of here. And their morale's actually been getting steadily worse. Like, mine's been climbing all day. Mine's up to 54. Theirs is still at 36. So they really haven't gotten any advantage from this defensive point that they have going on here. So won't hold you here. It's going to take me a while to get these troops in place, so I will be back. Alrighty, it's 1600 of day one. We've actually seized the halfway house objective, and it does not look like the Federals are going to be reacting anytime soon to that grab. So I've given orders for Toombs' division to move forward to just off this fence line here, just to get them in position before I push them in a little closer, see if we can't draw some of these units in our direction. Once they start turning out, I'll be sending in McLaw's division along with Alcorn's cavalry, which is up here, to try and wrap up these brigades up on this flank. I did bring one of my batteries up already, and it was a bad call on my point because I didn't notice they were completely disrupted. And while they got into position, they took some fire from this battery and broke. So, two of these batteries are a little more rested. It looks like he might be good to go. So can't get you in there. That's my battery at 30s too. But, these guys are dug in, so they're going to be a tough nut to get out of there. Let's leave this up a little bit. Firing. Okay, so they're under artillery fire from right there. Get into the battery. Putting on counter battery fire. Battery up next to you. My guys are just having a jolly time marching down the road here. And they are not reacting at all. I'm not liking that. I need them to turn out. Bring your brigade right there. The center position, so coming right here. She's coming over here. These guys are doing better than the 30s were. You guys push forward on these brigades here. The cavalry down to support. It'll take a while for those orders to get there because Magruder's over here. So have them go with the two main assaulting divisions, which doesn't look like they're drawing any attention. It looks like somebody's moving. Let's get you flushed in the battle line. Guns, we should bring you up too. Right there, hopefully get some shots in. You up here rallying that battery. Boy's going to react at all. There we go. We just kicked the hornet's nest right there. You guys are still flushing out, but that's fine. Give the orders to move while they are flushing. McLaws is not going to have his orders in time to stop those brigades from moving, but that is fine. They are out of the entrenchments. And they're moving that battery. These 1-pounders up. Battery 10s with them. Looks like the cavalry's engaged us. At least we finally got a reaction, and they're coming across the open ground at us, which is even better. Alright. We're going to push you right into the entrenchments over here. Yeah, we still haven't got their orders. Just getting there now. To there. Once these 1-pounders start firing, that should have the morale effect we're looking for. So Cobb's about to get his first perk finally. There goes that cavalry brigade. Those 1-pounders, they'll start having their morale effect. They are just massing on the road right here. They're like shooting fish in a barrel. That brigade's about to break. Yeah, they're breaking fast. That one's finally broken. And this cavalry just keeps advancing into the infantry line. There it is. And there they go. Hopefully we capture a few of them. Stay in place and keep firing. Let's get you back on long range, get you turned on their flank. I need to bring Whiting's division into this. Some casualties in the 1-pounder battery, not much. This brigade's about to break. With long range orders yet? Not yet. Oh, there's a dispatch rider. Laws, there's your dispatch rider, alright. Push you into them. Problem is, they're going to force this core away, then they're going to probably take a circuitous route again and come right back. And may have to leave the Ruder down on the peninsula. It still leaves me with 3 corps in Northern Virginia, so I'm not so worried about it. AI just doesn't know what to do right here. There's more of them. And go hit that brigade. Just focus on that brigade. And there they go, retreat. Keep inflicting some casualties here. The cavalry's mounted up. Come ride these boys down. It's going to take them a while to get through that mess. Yep, we have these guys right in our rear here. Charge into them. if I can actually finally capture some good cavalry weapons. This was not a fight. Their morale was just not high enough for this action. Stay on them, get me more of them. Benning weren't. I could have sworn Benning was in charge of another brigade. Get a few of these guys to get that battery surrender. Nope, ran out of time. Oh well. Alrighty, not too bad for an attack. Like I said, their morale was pretty trash. So we lost 422 of our 19,794 infantry, none of our cavalry, 12 guns because that battery did break, but we'll get those guns back. Total loss of 439 men of our 22,994. We took down 1,000 of their 23,000 infantry, which is not a lot. 700 or 7,000 cavalry. We got 30 of their 70 guns. Total loss of 1,800 of their 31,000 man force. It's about 4 to 1 odds, 4.5 to 1 odds. Not so bad. Let's take a look at the paperwork. Alcorn's brigade captured 28 infantry, 5 artillery for a total of 33. Whiting's division didn't get into the fight. Law's division did not get into the fight. Toombs division, which did all the fighting. Cobb's brigade did 312 to infantry, 129 to cavalry, 17 to artillery for a total of 458. Toombs brigade did 360 to infantry, captured 16, 159 to cavalry, captured 316 of them. That's a big grab. 11 to artillery for a total of 862. Jones's brigade did 324 to infantry. I gotta rename Toombs brigade because he's actually the division commander, so I gotta go rename that. Jones brigade did 324 to infantry, 101 to cavalry, 42 to artillery for a total of 468. Pendleton's battery did 7 infantry. That was it. Division total 1,795. Scurry's division. Warren's battery did 2 to infantry, 5 to cavalry, 1 artillery, for a total of 8. Yeah. Let's take a look. Did we get any of their officers? We didn't lose any. Did we get any of theirs? Does not look like it. It is the first fight in a long time. They got too many brigades on this one division commander. That's an issue. That's a big issue. That's going to kill their coordination. I think it's actually the first fight in a long time. No officers have been taken down on either side. All right, let's get closed out of here. I really don't have much to say about that battle. I mean, good defensive position, but not that great one as they left the objective wide open for the taking. And As you all know, I do like my wide-ranging flank attacks to avoid a direct assault if possible, and they gave me that option once again. And then, once I was on the objective, it took them forever to react. They actually could have started attacking me before my divisions were even flushed in the battle line. So, General Totten, you did not do too well. Let me know what you all thought about that one in the comments below, as always. Feels like it's taking a little longer than usual to unload. There we go, 100%. Alright, victory at Hampton. Now, we did cause one of them to lose face. Alright. So the enemy reportedly suffered total casualties of 1,829 men. There were 183 killed and 731 captured. Our casualties total 439 men with 62 killed and 49 missing and the rest wounded. Captured 1,013 rifles, 11 guns from the battlefield, and sent 733 soldiers down to our prison camps. Hopefully we got a good grab on cavalry weapons. And I'll take a look at that at the beginning of August. Alright, so I think we'll keep this episode rolling on a little bit since it's been a while since I gave you all an episode. So we're going to keep this one going for a bit longer. See if we can't get another battle in before I shut us down. So, I'll be back. And we did not have long to wait. It's still July 21st, so this fight is taking place at the same time as the battle at Hampton. And the Army of Tennessee is being attacked by the 1st Corps Army of the James and Morgan's command, part of the Department of Mississippi, at Wheeling in West Virginia. Now, I'll be honest, I forgot this army was here. I was actually supposed to be setting them down to handle a force down here, and it's been so long I totally forgot about it. So they've actually snuck up, retook Grafton, which will be fine since that means they're refilling the supply depot for us, so we should be able to grab that after this battle. So they're bringing 53,242 infantry, 3,800 cavalry, under the command of Fremont, against my 13,670 infantry, 3,400 cavalry, 20 guns. So I'm actually not worried about this fight at all, even though they have better than 2-to-1 odds on me. The Army of Tennessee is a very, very strong corps. And if their morale is as low as it was in the last battle, we should have no issues. As long as we end up with a defensive fight here, we should be good. If we go on to if we have to attack, I do believe we're going to have issues. But we'll still attempt it anyway. Kirby Smith has not failed us yet, and I don't expect him to start now. So I will see you all on the other side of the load screen. Welcome to the Battle of Wheeling. So, gauge up there. So we are on the attack. Both of the Federal Corps are on the field, and they are defending West Ford over here. So my plan for right now is to actually, I am going to put this attack forward. I do feel like we can get this done. Because it actually shows us with a minor victory. Their morale's at 39 to our 43. So their army's morale is low altogether throughout the entirety of the Union Army. So my plan for right now is to come down this road here, get up onto Brule Mountain, and attack from the high ground back here if possible, or sweep down the road from this direction. But I would prefer to get the high ground. We are still short artillery in this force. I'm actually still short a brigade in this force. I do have a brigade transferring here from Jackson's command, but they're still a couple of days away. So they're just not here yet. And I do have artillery in training for this force, but they are not available to me as of yet. That's why I'm kind of heavily stacked on cavalry in this corps. So there's only 2 brigades here. 2 brigades of cavalry, these 2 are detached, so I got the scouts put out. So I'm going to start my troops getting forward. Hopefully they don't have any troops back here, and I'll be able to swing in position behind them. So once we have contact with them, once again, I'll be back. Alright, it's 16:30 of day 1, and we do have a sighting on the Federals now. Looks like just the 1 corps so far on the ford. Who is this? Morgan's command. Morgan's command. Is this everybody from Morgan's command? Alright, so where is... I think Morgan is still in command of them, so where's Fremont? Yeah, so Fremont's corps I don't see yet. But good thing is that as soon as they saw my cavalry, unlike the last battle, they started reacting and shifting positions. My infantry support's nowhere near them yet, so Federal AI has just missed an opportunity to take my cavalry out of the fight. Let's bring the scouts in. So you guys up on this mountainside, and then a loose order until the infantry come up. It's taking them a while to get up here as they are marching through some very hilly terrain. It's killing their cohesion. These are, every brigade in this army is all 5-star brigades, so, but still, you can only X so much of these people. Like, once Jackson's division gets up, because he's got the 3 most experienced brigades, to get them up on this mountainside here. But it's going to take a while, so I may not get an attack off before sundown, I'm not sure. So I'll be back. Alrighty, it's 2050. We're about to lose daylight here in 10 minutes. My forces are just basically starting to get on the mountainside here. So, I still do not have a sighting on the other corps yet. So I still only see Morgan's command. Fremont's 1st Corps from the Army of the James, I have no idea where it is as of yet. And that's a little worrisome as their morale has improved. But if I could knock out the 1 corps without having to fight the other corps, yeah, their morale now exceeds us. So if I could knock out this 1 corps without having to fight the other one, I'll be a happier man so I can get this army back down into friendly territory. Speed this along as we're about to lose daylight. Thankfully, I have no artillery fire backing this with. There we go. So now you know their deployment's going to have changed. I want my artillery up on the mountainside. Basically have them rung in at this point. Shift the cavalry over here to help complete this encircle. Maybe if the other corps was here, I think we would have sighted it. I think it might be back over this way at that entry point. Because once again, this is 2 separate corps from 2 separate armies, so they are not acting in concert. That works to our advantage. Let's sit play and see what we got. And they move to the other side. That leaves the objective open for us to grab. There's my first George with the Sharps rifles. Are they going to fully pull back across the river? Looks like can't cross over here. Alright, Lee. This actually works out damn near perfect for us, to be honest with you. Alright. Grunts, get up on this fence line. Battery right back there. Rain, you're gonna go take these entrenchments. Just bring you up a little bit closer and we'll figure out where to place you all. Guys, just like this. Don't need you directly on the screen. As long as you have the high ground, you get a better positioning. There's probably sharps are going to be on the edge here. Should probably have them in the center. Oh, there they are. Look at that. There they are. Cavalry mounted up. That looks like it's already mounted. All right. You guys are going to come down here and guard this flank. Looks like we may need you. I want to hold you here while this maneuvering is going on. I'll come back once the shooting starts. We've got ourselves a little skirmisher action going on here. I have my grunts and Rains' brigades pushing forward into the skirmishers. Hopefully this gets rid of them for us fairly easily. I don't know. It looks like this cavalry brigade's trying to come on my flank. There we go. Rip them apart. So we just got to get these skirmishers out of the way so we take up these defensive positions here while we capture the point. There we go. As far as I'm concerned, skirmishers can sit here all they want. I just need to get this position covered so I can capture this safely. This battery, set them up to the hillside over here. Actually, what am I talking about? I should be setting them over here to fire across into the ford. And cavalry's now lying down. Already taking 80 losses from those skirmishers. That is not cool. There. Over here for now. Hopefully I'll be able to get him on the fence. Hopefully that's just out of rifle range of these guys, I'm hoping. Ooh. Turn and face them, damn it. Moving this division here now. go. Once we're ensconced here, we're ensconced now. I have no worries about us holding this position. Loose order. Crap, there goes that brigade. Come back here. These guys should level up fine out of this. Get a little more forward. No, I don't want to get that far forward. I want to go on the stream. I want to go above it. And these guys are just tying down all these brigades right here with these Sharps rifles. That's awesome. You fall back, orders, fall back. Get a lead canister range of that brigade. Gotta get rid of these damn Augustins. These guys are sitting in cast range. Oh, that's not a good spot to be. Esperanza is not doing too well. Problem is these guys do have cover, even if I have range on them. And these guys are firing at way too many units at the same time to actually do a lot of good. Forward, support that cavalry. Yes, Morgan's command is not going to do anything, it looks like. That's fine by me. Gotta get the 1st Georgia some help over here. I hate how it does that, where it brings you right. I don't want them on. That's how I want them. How are you flanked? You're not flanked. You got troops on both sides of you. You guys fall back and get out of that firefight. Get out of the way of the infantry. There we go, Mormons. Rip into them. Push in, push in. They were just all messed up. That's a free fire. I mean, if they're going to let me rip one corps apart without engaging the other corps, I will take it. I doubt we can turn this into a major victory. They just got too much meat for us to chew through. Casualties, percentage-wise, they're doing a little better than we are. Of course, Jackson's low on ammunition. Those sharps go through ammo way too fast. You already had 146 casualties. Most casualties I think it's taken. Oh, 13 more still have smooth bores. Come on, we gotta get you up to that 3-star sharpshooter. Down, yeah. Almost at 300 casualties, we gotta do something about that. Battery around. Right up. No. I got the infantry coming around, but I think we need to put it over here up on this high spur. Good. I think maybe we should have said no to this fight. Push in more. I've got 3 casualties. Stand you back up. You're not taking direct fire anymore. There we go. Should be able to handle them on your own. Still not making a move over here. They could literally, they push these troops forward, I'm done. But these corps are not acting in concert. No, you're not doing so hot now, huh? Damn it. The engineers. Sorry, those are orders. There's another brigade gone. That's a detachment. I don't want to shoot detachments. mess off right here. Engineers have their orders. God, I want to bring Ledbetter over, but I think it'd be a bad idea if I did. Go keep them in the fight. Hopefully we don't lose cable doing this. Alright, they just stabilized by them getting closer. Oh, there we go, they broke. Very good. I don't know why he stopped shifting this division. They could be just like an attack from down here would ruin me, an attack from up here would ruin me also. So I have to leave this division here. Brigade reform? No, it has not. I'm kind of ignoring this 2nd Tennessee, thankfully. Keep after that brigade, they're almost broken. Oh, you guys didn't limber up. Get limbered. This Corps got a lot of meat, but we've broken most of it. This Ron's is down below 700 men. I don't want to push them in. Very good, that's another brigade down. This Corps is just about broken. First George is basically out of ammunition. Back over here just in case they decide to make a move over here. You pull back. That is not a good place for you to be right now. Oh crap, I have to chase down that brigade. Alright, 13th Mormons, take care of them. Hopefully soon. on that brigade. Finish them off. Oh crap, and they're pushing across. Why are your guns not looking in the correct direction? Oh, I think they got the withdrawal order. The morale is finished. Whew. Just in time. That was about to turn real ugly. If it still might. My grunts are charging in. Ugh. I've got 9 minutes left. Don't chase them. Stop. Stop, damn it. Stop. That is not a good idea. Everything up this way is broken. You guys stuck in hand to hand. Just a little. He doesn't range you, probably not. Okay, I'll be honest, I'm surprised I pulled this one off. I don't think I should have been able to, but these two corps did not work in concert. These two corps had. If they launched this attack while we were busy fighting over here, they would have won. I would have lost this fight. Whew. Better than I would have expected, bloodier than I had hoped for. That's about all I can say about this fight. Considering they had us, what, 2.5 to 1? Almost 3 to 1. Odds in their favor. We still pulled it off. So we lost 1,802 of our 13,666 infantry, which was a hit we really could not afford, as we do not have my entire corps is almost down to a division's strength of infantry. We lost 384 of our 3,400 cavalry. One of our 20 guns, that's not a big deal. Total loss of 2,192 of our 17,439 men. That is a hit we cannot afford. But we won the fight. We were trapped up there. We had to fight that one out. We took down 5,500 of their 54,000 infantry, 150 of their 3,900 cavalry. They didn't have any guns in the fight. Total loss of 6,000 of their 58,000 men. All right, let's take a look at the paperwork. Alright, the Fort Esperanza garrison, which are our engineers, did 210 to infantry. Stewart's division, which is the cavalry, 3rd Tennessee broke because I didn't see that other corps coming in until it was too late. 1st Tennessee did 189 to infantry. Jackson's division, 1st Georgia Sharpshooters did 1,056 to infantry, 132 to cavalry, for a total of 1,188. Ledbetter's brigade did 57 infantry. That's only because he came in at the end because I left him sitting up on that hillside. And 2nd Tennessee Infantry did 505 infantry, total 505. Division total 1,750. Lee's division, Rains brigade did 297 infantry. My grunts did 484 infantry, took 98 prisoners, total 582. Pettis's battery did 318 infantry. Division total 1,197. Cable's division. So I think the 13th one was supposed to be on the second line. Can't remember which brigade's on the top line. Did 453 to infantry, plus up to 454. 13th Mormons did 600 to infantry. Sloan's brigade did 873 to infantry, plus up to 875. And Perry's battalion, or battery, did 266 to infantry. Division total 2,195. So Army totals 5,541. Let's see if we got any of their officers. Morgan's command. Doesn't look like we got anybody. They really didn't do any fighting there. Fremont's Corps did all the fighting. Let's see if we got any of theirs. Wounded Russell, brigade commander. Colonel Hicks, another brigade commander. All right, so we wounded 2 of their brigade commanders. Let's get closed out of here. I'll be honest. Like I said, I was really, really worried at the end of that one. I did not think we should have won that at all. But thankfully, it was 2 corps from 2 separate armies with no army commander on the field, so they just decided to do their own thing each, which worked out in our favor. That attack that Morgan's command put in at the end, if they'd launched that sooner, we would have lost. Hands down. If they'd come across that ford or across the stream and up the hill, they would have split my forces in half, and we would have been done. But thankfully, they did not do that. But definitely, please let me know what you all thought about this fight in the comments below. I probably shouldn't have taken that one to begin with. Oof. This army is almost ineffective at this point. So I do need to get that second level of draft running. Victory at Wheeling. It looks like General Wheaton has lost face, alright. The enemy's reported some total casualties of 5,797 men. There were 980 killed and 1,188 captured. Our casualties totaled 2,192 men with 289 killed, 348 missing, and the rest wounded. We've captured 2,583. I think that's our biggest grab yet. 2,583 rifles from the field and sent 1,190 soldiers down to our prison camps. Alright, now to get the Army of Tennessee back down into Virginia, where it can refit. I need to get them back down into Lynchburg, I think. Get this one rolled off. Alright, there they go. Time to start issuing some orders before I forget about that. I never gave the Army of Tennessee perks, really? Dear Lord. You're definitely getting embedded reporters. Yeah, which flag do I want to give you? I want to give him Claiborne's flag because he's not in command of this force. This one will do. Alright, let's have ye start withdrawing towards Lynchburg, but we'll stop in Grafton on the way. Oh, his brightness is not high enough. He's got to get back into the yellow. Oh, that hurts. Alright, well, I think this is a good place to end this episode, though. A pair of naval victories, a pair of field victories. I think we've done plenty. And it looks like we have an attack coming in at Winchester. Look at that. I doubt I can get the left wing there in time to support him. We start moving Bobby Lee in that direction. Should have used the railroad. Left wing. Should use the railroad also. I doubt they will be there in time. But that is a problem for next episode. So if you're a new viewer, return viewer, not yet subscribed, please think about hitting that subscribe button. If you do, remember to hit that bell icon so you're alerted when the next video comes out. If you'd like a brigade in one of my armies, please let me know in the comments below. Type of unit, state it's from, weapons, uniforms, officers, and I'll oblige on all counts if possible. And as always, comments, do keep them coming. I do love interacting with you all. And I will see you all at the next episode. Stay grumpy.